everybody, welcome to the channel. Surprise. So yeah, if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you so much. It is so cold. It is so cold here. It is like 14 degrees Fahrenheit today. It was like 8 yesterday. I don't know. It's so cold and snowy. I am ready to leave for Florida because I am coming to you from the past, recording while I'm away. No, recording while I'm here before I go away, so that you have something to watch if you so choose while I'm gone. I have so much to do today, but this was kind of in the works since last week's, since 2 weeks ago for you now video, when we had a ton of stitching come through, and I'm like, crap, I only have a week for this. I could have split it up, but I honestly didn't know how I was going to juggle it. So here we are. I stitched the other half of Monopoly stitching. For those of you who are new, basically I assigned every project I own to this crazy Monopoly board that I found online. And I do have a video. If I remember, I will link the card here. I cannot guarantee that will happen though, but there is a video explaining the Stitchopoly stuff, Monopoly, whatever you want to call it. A few people have joined me with stitching, and they play a token, and it's fun. I like it. So this video is going to be relatively short and sweet. I mean, I don't have a lot of time to do this section of the video anyways. I need to upload it, schedule it, and delete it off of my phone so that I have room for whatever while I'm gone. And yeah, there's not going to be any here's what's next week, because as you see this, I'm already stitching those plans, hopefully on an island where it's warm. There's really no news, obviously, since I filmed, this is Thursday, I filmed yesterday, so, I'll talk about that at the end. I think that's all the intro, really, that I wanted to do. So we'll get into the stitching, shall we? All right, first up here is Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Soul, or from Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Soul. And I'm going to be working on Every Day May Not Be Good, but there is some good in every day. This is 130 by 198. I totally started stitching before I was like, oh yeah, I got to do the thing. So I'm stitching this 2/1 on 14 count Aida. I am starting in the middle, and that's going to be the O in sum. And it's only supposed to get 100 stitches, so I don't even know if the whole O will be, well, the whole O will probably get done, plus some leftovers depending on how much thread I have. So I will see you back in 100 and some stitches. All right, that's it. That's all the 100 stitches got me, which ended up being 123. So the O is not quite complete. I ran out of thread for that one, but yeah, this is the 2 legs for M. I was like 3 stitches shy of finishing that one off. So that's it for now. I have no clue what's next. I think that finally finishes off the Stitcherovia patterns for now. So yeah, we'll see what's next. Okay, lots of paper patterns this time around. Sorry for the glare. This is Peacock Butterflies by Dimensions. It's not a gold collection, it's just their regular. And this one is going to look ridiculous because I'm going to start at the top, and it's only supposed to get 120 stitches. And I'm just going to work in a line across to get that border started. So I'm just going to work in hand. I've got it marked on the other side where to stop, and there's where to start. And it's just going to be a little more than one row, basically. So it's going to look silly, but that's what happens when you only have 120 stitches to do. So All right, this is done on a 14 count ivory Ada, and this is actually not the one that came in the kit. The one that in the kit was so old it had actually gotten discolored, so I had to find a substitute. So I only have like an 1.5-inch border on the top, but that's all right. It'll be fine. So see you in a sec. Okay, there it is, my very boring line of 123 stitches. So that's the entire width of the project. Not much to say about that. It's a line. So on to the next. All right, next up on the agenda is this piece by Counting the Stars. This is Mandala Feathers. I don't know how big it is other than that. So this is going to be an experiment for sure. I did a floss toss and it looked okay, but I'm putting it on this red fabric. And this is pretty sure this is a 14 count. 14 count Ada of some sort. I think I got this in my like hole in the wall vintage-ish-esque. I can't even really call it an L&S craft store. We'll call it a craft store. But anyways, it's only supposed to get 150 stitches, so it's not going to look like much, but we'll see where we get on it. Okay, 183 stitches later, it looks good, but it's also just white. So, it's actually more full coverage than I remembered. So I hope that's going to be hopeful. And so 183 out of 19,547, so a whopping 0.94% complete. And this will go away till another. And yes, there's a missing stitch here, but it's not a symmetric pattern. So I don't know. We'll see what color is there. What color is there? Let me look. Hang on. That's a pink. I may go back in and fill that in because that's going to bug me. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for tonight, and we'll see how much more I get done tomorrow. Okay, today I'm going to be working on this piece by, excuse me, 2x2 stitch art. It is something. I don't know what I was going to say about it. It's this, and it's supposed to get 150 stitches. I love it. It's very my husband. And I'm going to be working on another piece of the same red fabric that I got from my little hole-in-the-wall craft supply shop. And another middle start. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. I don't know if I mentioned, it's 14 count. I'm just doing this 2/1. Sometimes I prefer 3/1 for coverage, but I think it'll be okay on this for 2/1. So, all right, see you in a sec. Okay, it looks like nothing, but it's exactly 150 stitches, so I stopped. And yeah, that's kind of it. I don't even, where is, okay, so that's like literally the middle of the wolf's head. So this point here is right about where his eye would be, and then this is going off to his throat. So, but it's the picture inside, so that's ta-da. So I am waiting to leave to go to Keepsakes to go pick up my bags that are left from Stitch Away, and hopefully sorry, that's tape in the background. My husband's working. And yeah, I'm kind of into like anxious, not quite anxious, but anticipating how many bags are left. So that'll be interesting. And then I'm going to go have a stitchy meetup with my girlfriends, and then spend the last little bit of time with my husband before he's got to go back to work tomorrow, and he works on Thursday. I probably really won't see him much until I leave, or like before I leave, I should say. So All right, I'm going to work a little bit on African Daisy before I have to leave. All right, and here she is, African Daisy. This is a piece by Total Cross Stitch, 500 by 333, 89 colors, beautiful colors, very springy. This is one of my temperature pieces, but I do also have it on my Monopoly board, so it got landed on or pulled or whatever happened. I'm stitching this on 28 count Monaco, 1/1 full cross. I have a total of 2,498. There's stitches down in the middle that I started at, out of 166,500 for 1.50% exact. And this one is supposed to get 300 stitches. So I'll just be filling in right here. So, yeah, I will get to it. This is going to have to be broken up a little bit because I got to leave here in about 10 minutes for keepsakes. And I will see you in a second. Well, you know, your second. Okay, here we go, 308 stitches later. I don't know why I said this is a temperature piece. This is absolutely not a temperature piece. I think it's just because it came out relatively recently that I was like, oh yeah, this is totally a temperature piece. Lies. So yeah, I am now at 2,806 stitches for 1.69%. The stitch count, like total, is right, I think, but the percentage is going to be weird because I was actually 10 stitches less than what I had marked before I started. So, I think that's kind of the only thing else I wanted to say about this. So this is still just the same color that's going to be getting filled in. I think there's actually a leaf already that comes, or not a leaf, a petal of the flower that's going to be stitched in here. So that'll be exciting to get going, excuse me, once I start filling this in. So, all right, I think next is going to be Floral Flamingo. So, but I totally started stitching that yesterday when I went on my stitchy meetup, and I forgot to record the opening stitches. So, oops. Okay, and here is Floral Flamingo, regular dimensions kit, and got this nicely on sale at Hobby Lobby when they were getting rid of all their cross-stitch stuff. But yeah, artwork is by Dan Hui Nye, which Dimension seems to use their artwork a lot, and I really like a lot of the projects that they come up with for the artwork. So this is, what did I say, 500 stitches, I think. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to cut to a clip of the video that this was last in so that we can get the actual stitch befores, and then after that I'll see you for the final product. Okay, so still can't talk. I stole this footage from the video that the progress was last done on, so sorry if the quality's not fantastic, but I had started this at 538 stitches, all in a half cross, that I'm counting. If it's a square, it's a stitch, or if it's a stitch, it's a single, whatever. So the goal was to get another 500 stitches on it. So we'll cut to the scene of where we're at with that right now. Okay, ended up with 578 stitches, and you can see his face is coming in. I got a little bored with background, so I stopped and put some beak in and his little eye. And then this is like, you can see the outline of where his neck is going to come down here. So I'm pretty happy with that progress. I really like how it's turning out. So I think that's, I don't have a percentage, you know, because it's not full coverage. And then next, next is probably the one I'm least looking forward to out of this batch. And that would be this Autumn Blackwork Cap by Kitty and Me Designs, because black work is backstitch basically, and backstitch makes me sweat. And this is no exception. I do really like how it's turning out. I think part of the struggle is the fabric that it's on, which is this linen. And while it works as far as like even the called for is linen, but you know, linen has these slubs and uneven threads, and that just makes it really difficult sometimes to figure out where your needle needs to go. So I think I would definitely prefer even weave to linen on a black work piece. And we are starting out at 368 stitches according to my log. And the goal is anywhere between 25 and 250. So honestly, it really just depends on how long this can hold my attention through the back stitching. So yeah, we'll see where it ends up. I got 220 stitches in. That was one thread equivalent, and I definitely did not have the capacity for another thread. By the time I got over here is where it ended. I ended up like frogging some of this stuff out because I was having trouble following it by the time I got over here. This part went pretty smooth. So yeah, I think my attention span for it just kind of gave out. So I'll take 220, you know, even if it's just one thread at a time. Eventually it'll get done. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I know what's next. And that would be this beautiful piece, Eden Serpent by Olga Lankovic. I got this off of Etsy. I don't remember the store. And it's not showing on here. That's okay. So this piece I am going to be stitching on a 28 count even weave over 2, so 2 over 2, because there are fractionals in this piece that I don't want to fight Ada with. There is a little bit of back stitching here on it, and I do have this in Pattern Keeper, so the back stitching is either going to wait till the very end, or I'm going to have to remember to stop and look and see what I can fill in as I go. But this piece, I am starting in the middle. Did I say that already? Yeah, because it's round. And it's slated to get 220 stitches. So I'd like to see more, but it's going to be 220 and then whatever's left on whatever thread, because I've got so much stuff to do. All right, so I'll see you back in a couple hundred stitches. All right, we got 221, and this is, all right, so this little green spot right here is this, like half of that green right here. So we're looking at this part of the snake's back. And yeah, I thought about stitching towards the top, but it's pretty easy to follow, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to stitch. It's very reminiscent of like Bella Filipina or Mirabilia, that kind of stitching. It's not completely block stitching, but it's not absolute confetti. So I did get, this does have blends as well. So one of these lighter right here is a blend. So pretty light stitching, but I don't mind it. So, all right, I think I have one more project to go. We'll see if I can get my little goal done of being able to present this to you while I'm gone. All right. Okay, last on the agenda is The Swans by Cottage Garden Samplings. It's from their Year in the Woods #2. And I am stitching this on the Bestitch Me Bestitch Me conversion for the fabric. So this is Gray Magic, and I'm stitching this 2 over 2 on 28 count Lugana, I believe that is, or Joblin, one of the two. And we are 721 stitches in. Now the Monopoly stitching I can do anywhere from 120 to 1200. And that is purely dependent on how much I can get done. I'm very much on a time crunch. So I don't know if I will, excuse me. I don't know if I will continue outlining. I know I can fill these in. These are pretty much solid stitching. That'll go relatively quickly. If I finish stitching this one in, that one would be solid stitching. Yeah, so I might still outline some more and then start filling in to sort of knock out some stitches. So, yeah, I'm not sure. It really depends on time. time. So we'll see how much I get done in a second. All right, I am stopping at 946 stitches complete. I really would have liked to have gotten all 1200, but I am down to the wire. I need to pack, and and I wanted to finish this video for you guys before I left. So all of this color is complete except for there's house up here that has this color of the windows. And as you can see, I've started filling in the white here, and there's going to be a little pattern here in the feathers. And then this looks weird to me, but this is where their necks come up and like, yeah. So I am very pleased with where I did get with this. So, and I think this is one that will probably be landed on and pulled relatively often. So, and I think what I'm going to do is once this one is complete, I will actually shuffle one of the other, like I'll just go ahead and move the fox into the swan's position and then draw from the other replacement projects to go where the fox used to be. So we'll just kind of make that a bumpable series. I don't think there is anything else I wanted to say on that, so yeah, here we are. Okay, there, oops, sorry finger, there it is in all its glory. So I know this looks like 2 weeks of work for you guys, but it was a week and a day for me, so really happy with the fact that I got all that done before I left. It's very satisfying. Excuse me. Because I honestly wasn't sure how I was going to be able to get more done when I got back and still update properly. So, ta-da! Yeah, I'm really, really pleased. Now, once I get back, it will be buckled down to business, and stitch counts will probably go way down. So I would say anticipate Monopoly taking at least 2 weeks, 2 weeks each time. So, which is fine. I mean, it'll take as long as it takes, right? So, yeah, that's all I want to say about my board. Okay, so that's it. It was a crazy amount of stitching for what, 8 days. It was a lot, but I also think that this was a really good week to sort of close out that chapter of stitching for me. I am confident when I come back, I will have the capacity and the physical ability to actually, get back into working with our hammock business and with making bags, project bags for my business, for Alara Designs. I'm very excited. I got the inventory back from Keepsakes from their Stitch Away retreat, and Barbara said she was interested in having my wares for StitchCon. So I won't be there this time. I'm really hoping that I can put the proceeds from StitchCon, assuming there are some, to put it in the savings account, because I did just open a business checking account for Alara Designs, to put that in the savings account and actually sign up for the waitlist when StitchCon opens. So, the Etsy shop will be on vacation by the time you see this. I did activate the inventory that came back. I sold some of it that had been in the Etsy inventory, and I will start putting stuff up. Actually, I won't. My friend Ariana helps me with that part of the Etsy store. But I will take pictures of the bags and get those up in the shop when I get back. So, and then start banging away at inventory for StitchCon. If y'all are, or if anybody's actually interested, like, I'm not talking about let me go through my entire inventory and show it. That's not what this channel is about. I just want to show you guys like my love of stitching and have some life chit chat. But if you are interested, maybe I can feature like 1 or 2 bags a week just to be like, hey, this is what I made. It's in the shop. Because I myself don't like feeling like a video is nothing but marketing and self-promotion. Like I don't mind it for, you know, a little snippet like Kaylee Tent Stitch on hers. She has a shop talk section and it's awesome. I love hearing about that. But I don't want the whole video shouldn't feel like a buy my stuff video. Anyways, was that what I had actually wanted to talk about later? I think so. I keep looking around like my clutter is going to tell me what I'm forgetting to talk about. It's fine. So yeah, once I get back, hopefully I will have content to throw together to make into a video for while I was gone. I will make if I actually record enough to make a small video of my little trip away, I'll post that separately because I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, I talk about enough non-stitching stuff on the regular updates that I won't subject you to that if that is not what you are interested in. If I don't have like a standalone, maybe I'll like kind of incorporate that into a stitch with me, since that's kind of like life update kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I don't have those. I was too busy working on these videos to think that long term. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because I have pretty much all of my packing left to do. My husband helped me get some supplies out of the gear closet. I've still got food in the dehydrator that I need to get out and pack away. So I gotta get my butt in gear because I am planning on leaving at like 5 in the morning, which means I need up at 4 in the morning tomorrow morning. I thank you for everyone so far. Obviously, I will have left already. I'm not used to these like in the past videos. It's very strange. Thank you so much for those of you who wish me well and safe travels, because while I'm not afraid of driving, I don't necessarily like long drives by myself, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Assume that I arrived safely. So I will see you guys when I get back. Don't expect a video next Wednesday. I will still either be in Florida or traveling at that point, probably Friday. So if I am exhausted, if I don't have the capacity, I will go ahead and hold off until the next Wednesday. So I really, it's up in the air. I will be back. It won't be that long. I just don't know exactly how I'm going to break it up. So, alrighty guys, I hope you have a fantastic week and a half, for however long it is. Please take care, have fun stitching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.